Moving on, 7 Turkish soldiers are killed and 3 others wounded in a roadside bomb explosion in southeastern Batman province. Security forces say the incident happened when members of the Kurdistan Workers Party, known as the PKK, detonated an improvised explosive device. The blast struck a military convoy passing by. The operation was launched afterwards to hunt for the perpetrators. PKK militants regularly clash with Turkish forces in the Kurdish-dominated southeast of Turkey. Turkey, along with the European Union and the US, has declared the PKK a terrorist group and has banned it. The militant group has been seeking an autonomous Kurdistan region since the year 1984. Of course, my Russian Saklam joins us now from Istanbul to tell us more about this. I'm not too sure I understand the news correctly. Was this intentional, this bomb blast, which then resulted in 7 Turkish soldiers being killed?
Yes, actually, it was intentional, and it usually happens when a decision is taken by the Turkish government against the Kurds. Is usually such occasions or such explosions take place. Now, just yesterday, the Turkish parliament renewed the mandate for the Turkish army to operate in southeastern Turkey as well as in Iraq and northern Syria against the Kurdish militants. So I think that this is the reason behind this explosion that just took place today, and it was actually intentional. The bomb was placed on the road, and while the vehicle carrying armed forces from the Turkish army was passing on the road, actually the bomb was detonated by the Kurdish militants, as per the Turkish government, who directly said or put the blame on the Kurdish militants and said that this action was done by them. Now, we've been seeing for decades a war of insurgency between Turkey and the PKK, which is the Kurdistan Workers Party, the outlawed party that is trying to, as per the Turkish government, build an autonomous region between Syria, northern Iraq, part of Iran and Turkey. And this insurgency have been going for, as I mentioned, decades, for 30 years almost. The war resulted in the killing of 40,000 people from both sides, and the majority of those were from actually the Turkish army. The Turkish army have been going through this war, and a shaky ceasefire was done in 2013 when the AK party government tried to have peace talks with the party. However, it did not work. In 2015, the ceasefire was abolished, and actually the PKK started doing terrorist attacks against the Turkish government. One of those attacks were in Ankara, and it was one of the biggest terrorist attacks in the modern history of Turkey. And 2 others were in Istanbul. They were also very big. Now, the majority of the terrorist attacks take place in southeast Turkey, where actually the PKK is more active and has a stronger presence. And actually, they know the roads, they know the geography of the area, so they can, the mobility is easier for them. And of course, as we know, the PKK is actually located in the Kandil mountainous area in northern Iraq, so it's easier for them to move through the mountainous areas from northern Iraq and Kandil area into Turkey, because the borders are in fact mountainous areas, and they know, as I mentioned, the areas very well. They've been trained in those areas. Also, Turkey has been saying for the week that it wants to get rid of the YPG forces from Manbij and get done with the deal with the United States. So all of these circumstances, all of these political statements by Turkey against the YPG forces, against the Kurds, against the PKK, is the reason behind such terrorist attacks. And the Turkish government is actually worried from more terrorist attacks. That's why they have set curfews in southeast Turkey. For the past 2 years, we've been witnessing curfews in the area. And also the Turkish army conducts patrols along the borders with Syria and Iraq. And if you go to that area, southeastern Turkey, you can see that the police presence, the army presence is much more than other areas in Turkey.
Thank you very much for that, Russian Saglam. We appreciate it. Correspondent from Istanbul.